How much does it cost to buy a stock? Let's cover some investing 101. And for those of you that are just getting started in the stock market and looking to just get the basics, first off, welcome aboard. It's great to have you interested in the markets. And fair warning, the markets can be very, very addicting. So be careful, but in all seriousness, welcome aboard. That's fantastic. And one of the key questions, one of the primary questions, and a good question is, yeah, Clay, I know enough about the stock market to know that it involves stocks. And in order to get involved, well, you need to buy those stocks. But how much does it actually cost to buy a stock? And this all came from a question. And the problem is when you're new and just getting started, and then you have experience like me, sometimes you overlook the questions that somebody that is new and just getting started would be asking and wondering about, because you just assume, oh yeah, that's just common knowledge. But so thank you to this person that left the comment. I'm going to read that here just to give the backbone of this video. But this person says, how much would it cost you to play this stock? I know it has an expense ratio. And that last part was like, oh, that would be a super good video. So how much does it cost to play a stock and then the expense ratio? And I want to kind of break this down because the cost is, there's a couple different components that come to it. So first off, let's just say that this is Bill. And Bill is looking at XYZ. So that is the stock that he is looking at and he wants to play. Now, just in lingo, play means buy. So if you're looking to play a stock, that means you're looking to buy a stock, right? It means maybe you're looking to invest in a stock or trade a stock. That's all quote unquote play means. But Bill is looking at XYZ and he wants to buy. So the first thing in terms of cost is going to be this. Commish, short for commission. Some brokers are going to charge you a certain amount of money to buy that stock. Now, way back in the day, it was like 20 bucks. Now, a lot of brokers are free. There is no commission. If you want one of these brokers that don't charge anything, one of them that I would recommend, I'll put a link down below and you can go there and learn more about it. But that's going to be the first step is there any sort of commission? So that's question number one, commission. So if there is commission, well then that's going to be one cost to buying a stock. That's going to be an amount of money you need to have. If there's not any commission, well then hey, there you go. You don't have to worry about that. After you get commission figured out, then you have to do a little bit of math. Meaning, what is the share price, right? So this is question number two. What is the price of that stock? And if the price is, let's just say, $10, so you're looking at the stock and the stock says $10 and you want to buy, well, I would like to buy 10 shares. So you want to buy 10 shares, and if you know that it costs $10 per share, then we just have some basic math here. College degree is not required, but if you want to buy 10 and it costs $10 per share, well, that's going to be what? Well, you're going to need $100. It's going to cost you $100 to buy that stock. Just to keep things simple, to check your understanding, let's say that it's, let's do this. Let's say, well, no, I don't want 10, I want 8. So real-time quiz question here. If you want to pause the video, I'll give you a second. But now how much money is it going to cost? If Bill here just wants to buy $8 and each share costs $10. So I'll give you a second to pause. That's kind of awkward, but all right, welcome back if you did pause. If you said, well, he wants 8 shares, Clay, and you said that there's still $10, well, then the cost in this situation is $80. Boom, nailed the quiz. Fantastic, gold star for you. Absolutely. So that's going to be the next cost is, okay, you need to know the price, and then you also need to know, whoops, forgot about that one. But over here, you need to know, which is question number 3, how many do you want to buy? So what is the price? How many shares do I want to buy? And then that'll give you that cost there. So just to quickly recap, question 1, is there any commission? That would be a cost. Question number 2, what is the price of the stock? Question number 3, how many shares, how many of the stock do I want to buy? And then that's going to do the quick math there, which will give you that. Now the next, and that's going to be the cost to buy a stock. But the next part was, all right, well, Clay, but I've seen these things out there, these expense ratios. And this is where it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but I'm really not because words matter. This has nothing to do with buying. In this situation, this would be holding. Or in other words, how much does it cost to hold a stock? You buy it and then you sell it, true, but there's that period between where you're actually holding the stock. And that's where the expense ratio comes into play, and that's some sort of small percentage. And that percentage is based off of whatever you have put into the trade. So for example, let's say that the expense ratio is 0.06%. Then, well, how much does it cost to hold the stock? Well, it would be 0.06% multiplied by 80 or multiplied by 100, whatever example you want to use over here. But that's what the expense ratio is. It actually has nothing to do with cost to buy. It is cost to hold that stock before you sell. And that's a very small percentage. This is more so, people that are investing are going to be interested in that. Because if you're just trading it, meaning you're buying, selling it within a day, within a couple hours, or within a week, then that's going to be so small that, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, because technically speaking, it does matter from a spreadsheet perspective. But practically speaking, 0.06% on any of these, it's not going to be anything, that's, a massive issue or anything like that. But that is totally separate. Expense ratio holding, and then this sequence up here is when it comes to buying. But that's how it all works. That is how much it costs to buy a stock. Run yourself through these questions. Well, is there any commissions? What is the price of the stock? How many do I want to buy? And then there you go. You know how much it'll cost you to buy that stock. And then as far as those expense ratios and holding, then you'd want to check that. Now, I should also know expense ratios, that's more for ETFs. That's a normal stock is not going to have an expense ratio. This is only if you're buying ETFs, mutual funds, things like that, that are going to actually charge you a little bit of money to hold. But if you're just buying, Pepsi, Amazon, Facebook, whatever, then, you're not going to have to worry about any of this. But you will still have to go through that sequence right there. So hopefully this helps. If you have any other questions, let me know down below. Like I said, sometimes just comments and questions are the best source for me, because again, as somebody that's been around for so long, shame on me, but I kind of lose track of some of the basic questions that would be out there, because in my mind, it's kind of just like, I would never even think that would be a question. But now when I read, like, oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense to somebody that's just getting started, not knowing exactly how much does it cost to buy. So hopefully this helps. But like I said, questions, comments, leave those down below. Also, if you enjoy these 101 videos and would like for me to make more of them, hit that like button, and then check out the channel as a whole. There's a lot of other content on there, and hopefully you like what you see enough to hit that subscribe button. So thanks for watching, and yeah, get out there, walk yourself through these questions, and you'll know exactly how much it'll cost you to buy that stock. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.